YouTube, what is good? Today we're going to be getting my guy together. We're going to go ahead and trim up his curls and give him a nice taper, get him right back in the game. Let's go. So to start off this cut, what we're going to do is go ahead and wet the client's hair. And you want to make sure that you get it nice and damp, because when the hair is wet, it's a lot easier to feed the comb through and create our sections. So you'll see I'm just working the water through his hair with my hands here and just spraying as we go. Obviously you don't want to soak your client to where it's dripping all over his face, but you know, you want to get it damp. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and trim the length that would hang over there on the sides. And we're not going to take off too much. We just want to make sure that it sits symmetrical around his head. So I went ahead and just combed everything down from his crown. And I'm just trimming and making sure it's all even throughout. And we're going to keep it about ear level here. And towards the front and his fringe area, I don't take it as high. I want to keep that a little longer, because with curls, you know, it tends to bounce up, as you've seen right there. So same thing I'm doing on this other side. And then after we do that, we're going to create a horseshoe section starting in the crown of his head and working towards his corners. And I just want to separate the top from the sides before we get into this trim. And what I want to do is start by trimming the sides, so that way we have something to connect the top to. So I'm going to go ahead and create a diagonal section on the side of his head. And at this, we're not going to take off too much. We're going to use, you know, what we did at the beginning when we framed out where the hair would lay as our guide. So we're really only taking off the tips of his hair here, not too much. He likes it a little longer. And then every time we create a diagonal section moving towards the back, we're going to take a piece of the one we cut before. So I'm going to go ahead and create another section. And I'm going to do the same thing, taking a portion of that section I cut before and using that as our guide. And I'm not creating too much tension here. I'm kind of loosely pulling, because the, you know, curls are a much more relaxed type of style, so I don't want to pull it to the point where I stretch it all the way out and then I cut it too short. So now instead of going all throughout the head, I'm going to go over to his left side and do the same thing and meet those two sides in the middle. So you'll see as I pull that section out, there's that length difference, and we're just going to cut everything to that. And I found this system to be the easiest. I know for me, when it came to trimming the sides of the hair, I would just kind of pull and go and hope, you know, when I was done it would be even. But this system right here allowed me to stay nice and organized and make sure that the sides are as even as I can get it. Now we're right behind his ear, and we're just making sure, you know, all throughout that guideline that it's nice and even. Little by little, taking our time, trying to stay nice and organized. You'll see right there, I didn't like the way that section came out, so I went ahead and created it again to give it, you know, more of a symmetrical guideline. And right there is our guide, and we're just cutting everything to that length. Now we're towards the back, and we're going to start connecting it to where we left off when we attacked his right side. So I'm going to go ahead and drop his chair down because I am very short. And we're just pulling straight out and cutting. And yeah, man, a lot of you guys asked for more scissor tutorials, so that was the goal with this haircut here. It's not just to show you the clean taper that we're going to do, but to show you kind of some of the work that goes into making sure that the curls sit nice and symmetrical and give it that nice shape that he's looking for. Now this is the last piece. We're making sure that it's even, looking for any length difference, and that pretty much gets us through our sides. And now we're gonna comb everything forward again, and we're gonna start with the top. So we're gonna create a section on the right side, one in the middle, and then one on his left. And when I'm creating my section, you'll see I use the tip of the comb, or the teeth of the comb towards the end, in order to get that nice clean line. And that's what I'm saying. The hair has to be pretty damp in order to do that, because if you did this with dry hair, you would just be yanking the client's head everywhere. And if you look at the middle section, it's pretty much the width of his eyebrows, or the in between of his eyebrows. And that's kind of the reference point that I use. And now we're going to pull up that middle, and we're going to establish our length on top. Now the sides were slightly shorter than what the top was, so we took off less. But with the top being a little longer than the sides, he wants to give it, more round and symmetrical, even look. So we're gonna take off a little more up here, and we're just gonna follow that guideline we created at the beginning all the way back. And we're just connecting it to the back right here, so you'll see I'm kind of cutting at an angle. Now I'm cross-checking, and what we're gonna do is comb it all over to his right. And now we're gonna use that middle section as our guide for the rest. So we're gonna pull up and cut everything to that middle guideline length as we cut that right side. And now we're going towards his parietal ridge here, so you'll see I'm kind of cutting at an angle there to make sure. And now we're going to use the middle portion once again and comb that over towards his left, and use that as the guideline for that other side. And that's what it's all about: establishing your guidelines, staying clean and organized, and using that as our reference points when trimming the rest. Taking small sections going back. We're not taking big chunks of hair, just small, nice and clean sections. And now, after we're done with our trim, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of get his curls to lay how they would, as if they were just wet straight out the shower. And then what I like to do is use my diffuser and blow dry it that way. So you'll see I'm coming in, lifting the hair off of the scalp just to give it some volume a little bit. And I have about medium heat on the blow dryer with my diffuser, and then we're gonna dry the hair. And what the diffuser does is, instead of blowing the hair everywhere, it dries the hair in place, and that allows the curls to not have as much frizz and, dry as if they were air dried almost. So as you can see, once we dry the hair and style it, we could kind of see the scissor work that we did and the shape it created. And we kept it that nice round shape, just a little more symmetrical going all the way around. So you'll see I'm using my hand here just to lift the hair off of the scalp and to give it a more like poofy look, which is what a lot of younger guys like. They don't want it to be all flat and super tight curled. They want it to be kind of froed. So I'm just using my hand to create that volume. Now I'm just fluffing it up a little bit more. And now what we're going to do is get into his taper. But as you can see, I skipped the part where I created the bald line. So I'm acting like I'm doing something here with my trimmer. But I just established that bald line at the end of the eyebrow and where the ear connects to the head. And now we're going to come in with our shaver to get it nice and close to the skin. And we're going to follow the same process that I use on every single tutorial. So after the bald line, we're going to come in with our lever all the way open. And we're going to go up about a finger's width here, still keeping that same shape that we created with that bald line. And as you can see, man, I just got my hand on some new Cocoa clippers and trimmers. So that's what, I'm going to be fading with and trimming here with. So now to get rid of that line in between, I'm going to come in closed and then open up that lever little by little as we move up. And if you're looking to get yourself a pair of these Cocoa trimmers and clippers, you can use code DrakeClipperHands at barberplug.com. Link will be down in the bio if you would like to do that. Now we're going to use our one guard open, and we're going to do that same thing about a finger's width here. And we're just moving up slowly. And I kind of lifted the hair right there you see in the clip. That's because I didn't want to take off too much. So you'll see I try to maintain as much weight as possible at the top of this taper, so when I do take that clip out, the curls have hair to fall on top of. I don't want it to be completely shaved, undercut, look disconnected. I want it to look as connected as I possibly can. So right here I have my 2 guard, and you'll see I'm flicking out as I get towards the top. And now we're going to blend down with our 1.5 open, and then we'll close that little by little as needed. So I went ahead and closed that lever right here, and I'm just using the corner of the blade to attack any of those dark areas that we might see. And now to blend into that weight or that bulk that we kept at the top of the taper, I'm just going to do some clipper over comb. And this is just to smooth it out, not leave as much of a harsh line. And that taper is coming together very nicely. And now what we're going to do is line up his arch. So I want to start at the top of the arch. And then you'll see I'll go to the bottom and meet those 2 points in the middle. And that's going to allow me to get that nice arch shape without digging into it a whole lot. Trying to keep it as natural but as sharp as we can. And on this side, I pretty much already completed the taper. I'm just doing some clipper over comb and detailing. And now we're going to get into the neck taper. So with the neck taper, we're doing the same exact system. We're going to establish our bald line with our trimmer. And we're staying a little below the bottom of the ear because we don't want to take it up too high, since the curls are the emphasis of this cut. And all the tapers we want the taper to do is complement, what the haircut is really about, and that's the shape of his curls and his curls. That's the main part of this cut. So now we're going to come in with our clipper and get rid of that line in between that lever open. And now right above that, we're going to go with our 1 guard open about a finger's width. Then after that 1 guard, we want to grab our 2 guard. And this will be the biggest guard that we use, so you'll see me come off the shape of his head and flick out. And I'm using my comb to lift up any of those hairs that I don't want to accidentally cut. And now we're going to move down with our 1.5 open. And now after that 1.5, we're going to grab our 1/2 guard open, and then we'll close that little by little until we get rid of this line completely. And now we're using some clipper over comb just to blend into the curls there on the back. And you can see that taper is coming out super clean. And what I like to do to debulk behind the ears is come in with my comb and kind of get rid of any extra bulk that is not needed with our trimmer. And you could also do that with a bigger guard, but for me, I was just trying to save some time. And we're lining up the back of the neck. I like to start at the top of the ear and then work my way towards the bottom. And that just helps me, ensure I don't take that line in too much and keep it as natural but as sharp as I can. And now we're doing the same thing on this side, except actually on this side it looks like I started at the bottom and then went to the top, so kind of a reverse order. As you can see, this when we line up the nape area, it really brings that taper together. And now we're gonna take the clips out and kind of put his curls back in place. And as you can see, man, the taper complements the curls very nicely. It looks all connected. But family, if this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And like always, I will catch y'all next time.